Yo, it's me, it's Mr. Busby, alongside JC.
What up?
And this is episode 8.5 of the Illogical Sense podcast. Yes, you heard that right, it's episode 8.5. We were supposed to have a very special guest today, but she couldn't make it, and Ivana couldn't make it, because she's coming back fresh from her trip from New Orleans, and she got the flu. So, Ivana, I hope you're doing better. And Karina, I guess we'll see your black ass here next week for episode 9. So, it's just me and JC. So, how's your black ass doing?
Chilling.
Chilling like a fucking villain and shit.
Enjoying all this hypocrisy and people showing their true colors during this new wave of politics hitting social media, you know?
I feel that. So, we might as well go into that. So, apparently, Colin Kaepernick, number 7 from the San Francisco 49ers, quarterback from the San Francisco 49ers, he's got himself into a little pickle.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. During his preseason game last Friday, when the national anthem was being, sang, there was a picture that came out where it showed all the players just kind of standing and saluting the flag, but then you saw Kaepernick just sitting down. So then, after the game, they asked Kaepernick, why did you do that? And Kaepernick just said straight up, I'm not going to stand and salute a flag that opposes black people and people of color. So he pretty much saying it's a bigger issue that's going on right now, and it's bigger than football, and if I get kicked off the team or lose some endorsements, so be it. So, you know who I blame for this? You know who I blame?
Go ahead.
Who do you think I blame?
I know. Just go ahead.
No. I want you to say it.
Nah,
I want you to say it. Who do I blame for this?
That's all you.
Who do? Come on, I just want you to say it.
Nah, man. That's all you.
I just want you to say it.
There's a twist to it today, though, because of somebody else.
Fuck Jed York. That's who I blame for this. Ever since Jed York fired Harbaugh, it's like all of a sudden players got traded, players either retired or they just quit, and now Kaepernick wants to become Malcolm X. So, I don't know, man. It's just crazy to me. But the thing that's more crazy to me is just the outrage that white folks are having because of all this. Because he's standing for what he believes in, or sitting. And pretty much he's tired of all the racist shit that's going on in America. This isn't nothing new. If you've been looking at Kaepernick's social media for the past few months, this whole offseason, he hasn't posted no pictures of him flexing his muscles or going to clubs and shit. He's been posting a lot of Black Lives Matter revolutionary shit. Even on his Twitter, too, just retweeting a whole bunch of shit with all the fuckery that's been going on in this country when it comes to race. And he even grew his hair out and shit like that. And, it's getting crazy. He's been woke, if you know what I mean. So, him sitting, it's nothing surprising to me. What's surprising to me is just how pretty much all these football players and just a split divide between Americans, they really have showed their true colors. I have a whole list right now of everyone, every player, coach, and just anybody out there that's spoken against Kaepernick. Let me just read it, because I brought it out. First off, I'm just going to get it out the way. Harbaugh, why did you say it? I've been defending Jim Harbaugh for so long, and then when his comments came out about how he's against what Kaepernick did,
Just say it. Go ahead and say it.
No, I ain't going to say it, man. I can't. That breaks my heart, man. I can't say that shit.
Say it.
Why? Why, bro? All these years I've been defending you.
Just say it.
No, I ain't going to say it. I'm not going to say it.
Just say it, man.
I'm not going to say it, man. Fuck you, Jim Harbaugh. Fuck you, man. Why? You a white motherfucker. Fucking bitch.
Who else on that list?
Who else on that list? I got Drew Brees. I got Victor Cruz, Hoe Ass Richard Sherman, Tiki Barber, Jerry Bitch Ass Rice, and Punk Ass Rodney Harrison. All them niggas are the Hoe Ass Niggas of the week. Congratulations. So I would like you to take over, and I'll just chime in because I don't know what else to say. Hoe asses.
I still don't understand why people are so up in arms about Colin Kaepernick exercising his right
As an American.
as an American. It don't make sense to me. It's not a law. He didn't break the law. You don't have to stand for the national anthem.
And the NFL
You don't have to sing for the national anthem. You don't have to put your hand over your heart, which many athletes don't do for the national anthem. You don't have to do anything. And by not doing that, it doesn't necessarily mean that you disrespect anything that's to do with the military, whether it's active or veterans. It doesn't mean that you hate this country. I mean, let's put it in this perspective. Him and Donald Trump basically been saying the same thing.
Making America great.
They just said, they said it. They said the same exact thing in different terminology. When it comes to Donald Trump, it's make America great again. But in order to do something that makes something great again, you're implying that it's not great now. Mm-hmm. And Colin Kaepernick did the same thing where he said, we have issues going on and they need to be rectified, which means he's saying it's not great now, and all of a sudden he gets crucified by every media platform. I mean, it makes no sense.
It makes no sense at all. And it makes perfect sense about why he's doing it, because for the past, few years, the police been killing black folks just on some Order 66 shit. All my Star Wars people know what that means. On some Order 66 shit. And all of a sudden we're starting to just rise up and oppress against it, and white folks get all fucking, sensitive about it. Like, it's just crazy. Niner fans burning Kaepernick's jersey and shit like that's gonna do something. Like, I thought y'all burned his jerseys last season and the season before that.
I mean, to be fair, too, it's not exclusive to white people.
No, yeah, it's black folks.
It's everybody, and it's on both sides of the fence too. You have
journalists too, man. Like, that's the even crazy.
You have black folks who want this guy's head, and you have white folks that want him to exercise his right, and vice versa. So it's all over the board. No, one thing that gets me is, I'll be upfront. I haven't participated in the national anthem since last year in our third preseason game. It was actually, I've learned then, it was brought to my attention about the contents of 2 extra stanzas that go with the national anthem. Mm-hmm. And in the final one, 2 lines are stated, no refuge could save the hireling and slave from the terror of flight or the gloom of the grave. So, to me, just because we don't sing that portion, the national anthem is still attached to that.
Yep.
And when it's still attached to that, it's still attached to the ugly reality that that's what this country was founded on. I mean, if we want to get to the bulk of it, and let's just get to the main issue of it, you can say, well, slavery's over. We all have to work together.
All lives matter. Bullshit.
All lives matter. That that's all well and fine. We get that, but until the people in positions of power just come to grips and can make a statement, a universal statement and come to the reality that this country was founded on murder and deceit. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get down to it. In school books, you're taught that Christopher Columbus, quote unquote, found this country. It was inhabited.
Mm-hmm. He just came here and said, "It's my shit now."
And then he pillaged, raped, and pretty much committed the first form of genocide.
And that's the reason why the West Coast does not celebrate that bullshit.
No, not at all. And then let's jump into the fact. Let's talk about the flag, because I've had a few conversations with people saying that the flag makes you free. The flag does this. The flag does that.
Fuck?
The flag is not a form of currency, so I don't need the flag as freedom papers to walk in and show that I'm an American. Mm-hmm. So that ideology needs to be canceled out right there. Secondly, you can't feel some type of way in regards to how some people perceive looking at that flag when there are 13 stripes in that flag that represent the 13 colonies that had slavery. Mm-hmm. So every time you look at that flag, you're looking at a reminder that there was slavery. Mm-hmm. So you can't be upset about that. It is what it is. People always want you to move on. It's funny when it comes to, things like World War II, when it comes to how Hitler treated the Jewish people, it's, we always must remember. When it comes to 9/11, we can never forget. But when it comes to slavery, it's always, let's move on. Mm-hmm. And to a lesser degree, I agree on that because slavery is over. We need to move forward. Mm-hmm. I get that. That's cool. However, there are still laws and there are still ideologies that are slave-led in terms of how people view others, particularly of one demographic, which is the race of African Americans.
Yeah.
So until that changes, how can you expect people to let it go? We're coming from, I appreciate what Arian Foster said the other day too. And to pretty much summarize what he was saying was, yes, we know slavery is over, but you're talking about a situation where we were the first people that went through genocide. We don't know where we come from. I don't know if I'm from Kenya. I don't know if I'm from the Congo. I don't know where I come from. And so because of that, all those years we were taught to hate ourselves. Mm-hmm. So there's a whole, there comes a time where you just have to accept the fact that we come from an ugly history. The only way to change that is to accept it and move forward to make those proper changes.
Exactly.
But until that happens, you're going to get this. And
yeah, we can just go down the list of all these old hoe ass niggas that are speaking up against them, and it's just black folks. Where should we begin? Should we begin at, I don't know, Russell Wilson, Richard Sherman, Tiki Barber, or do we just get the top two? What hoe ass niggas should we talk about first? I don't know, but
Tiki Barber is funny to me.
Tiki
Barber wants to talk about honor. Yeah, don't disrespect the flag. We're talking about the same man who left his pregnant wife with twin girls to have a relationship with a 23-year-old. And he wants to talk about honor.
Hoe ass. Well, we might as well get to the top two hoe ass niggas. Who's going to be the top two hoe ass niggas? Jerry Rice or Rodney Harrison? Who should we pick?
I have no respect for Rodney Harrison.
Well, I know about Jerry Rice. I lost respect for, so fuck Jerry Rice.
I have no respect for Rodney Harrison, just off the simple fact that growing up when I was in middle school, I had a 4.0 GPA, and for that, I was told I wasn't black.
Man, I was heard in middle school. I was been told in middle school too because I speak proper and I don't act black enough that I wasn't black because of my voice.
So
Rodney Harrison coming out and just questioning and just going like, Colin Kaepernick, he ain't black. He never went through what African American went through, blah, blah, blah. Even though Kaepernick was adopted by a white family and he is half black and half white, he's mixed.
And what's funny is he went on Twitter to try to clarify.
And then clarify.
I didn't know he was mixed. All right, so you spoke uneducatedly.
Even though during the Super Bowl, you were fucking doing reports on him and talk about how he's a black QB in the Super Bowl and shit like that. Man, shut your little hoe ass up. There's a reason why no one in the NFL liked you when you were playing.
It's always funny. Nigga. It's always funny. Society always loves the black athlete when he's basically shucking and jiving when it's all fun and games. But when the black athlete, or even we can even go as far as the brown athlete, when it's not just African American, it's when an athlete in general stands for something. Mm-hmm. Oh, we gotta ostracize him. We gotta quarantine ourselves away from him. We don't want that. It's gonna mess up all the money.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny, it's
there we got hoe ass man. Who else? Drew Brees talking shit. Ben Roethlisberger. That's funny. Yeah. Oh, Mr. Rape Girl in the bathroom. Yeah, you gonna say it's all bad. Russell Wilson's old little. I don't want to call him a coon because I kind of like him. But still, like every black athlete that speaks out against Kaepernick for what he's done and do not understand the concept, that's funny to me. That's really funny to me. They're no different than OJ.
And again, I have no problem with people disagreeing. I don't. If you feel that you want to stand for the flag, that's fine. If you feel like you don't agree with Kaepernick's position, that's fine too. It's when you go out and start bashing people. Like you're really caught in the matrix at this point.
And when I'm seeing all these white folks talking shit, it's not surprising to me. They're white. They're white. Of course they're not going to understand. Of course they're going to talk out their ass and tell Kaepernick to go back to his country even though he was born here and raised here and all types of shit.
I never understood that. For two reasons.
Because they're white, man. There's nothing to talk about.
One, we've never been. You stole us from our country.
We were chilling.
And number two, you weren't even originated from this country.
Yeah, man. Oh no, this retarded. All these people are just stupid. So, yeah. So, white America and all the players we listed, y'all received the hoe ass niggas of the week. Congratulations, hoe ass. So, when it comes to my Niners, when it comes to the team, if we go to sports, we're still trash. Yeah. Fuck you, Jed York. Oh, that hasn't stopped. Do not think for one solitary second that has distracted me from the real enemy, Jed York. Bitch ass nigga. I didn't watch the game. My homie said he watched it. He said, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Kaepernick was trying, but we trash, man. So he even said they're trashing Madden. So it's just like.
Side note, you know what's cool about Madden?
What else is cool about it?
They're actually going to be updating their commentary week by week.
What?
So it's not the same commentary that.
So
they
can
have
we get like
games.
different? I don't have to hear Chris Collinsworth no more.
And one of the things they're actually going to talk about is Colin Kaepernick's protest in this week's.
So is Chris Collinsworth on that?
No.
Good. He's by far the most. He hasn't let that shit go.
I don't like.
Collinsworth has not let that shit go. Ever since the Niners beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl all those years back, ever since he's been commentating for the Niners, he always says some little slick shit about them all the damn time. You gotta let that go, bro. You just want that good. Was he ever good?
I don't know. His voice annoys me.
His voice annoys me on Madden. That's another reason why I didn't want to get the damn game. Like he's commentating like on the last few Madden games. Who's commentating on this Madden?
To be honest, I wasn't paying attention to that. I was still trying to get into. It's pretty good. It's fairly good.
No.
It's fairly good.
So, I guess. So, might as well just go into fucking music, I guess. And I know you probably don't want to talk about it, but...
I'm not going to talk about it.
Well, I'm going to kind of put my 2 cents
The floor is yours. By all means.
Young Thug dropped his album project mixtape, and if y'all follow me on Twitter, you know the disdain I have for that rapper. Or man, a young man or whatever. I just think he spits straight up gibberish, and he brings nothing to the game. His melodies are cool. If I'm at the club and I hear his music, sometimes this shit makes sense because I'm not sober, and you know it kind of does feel good. But then when I'm sober and I sit back and listen to it, it's just like, how do you guys listen to this bullshit? How? And then the whole borderline gay shit he be doing all the damn time. Got nothing against gay people, but when I know he's trolling on some gangsta-licious shit and a whole bunch of Riley Freemans are fucking defending it, I don't take that shit. And I already know how you feel about it. Ever since he's not really for the culture, he's only for himself. I completely understand. So every time a new Young Thug project comes out, because I look on my timeline, I see everybody just going, oh my God, Young Thug, this is just fire. This is going to be his best project yet. And, you know, I'm just hearing it. And I always go and listen to it. Why? Because, you know, I can't just diss him without, like, actually properly doing my research. That's like someone watching Fox News just to do the proper research and know what the hell he's talking about. So, for this album, I wasn't going to go listen to it because off top, he released the fucking cover of him in a fucking blue dress looking like Mary Poppins. Looking like motherfucking Mary Poppins. And it was just like, bro, why did you have to do that? Because for the past, like, I guess few months, he hasn't been, like, doing no gay shit lately. He's actually been cleaning his act up. You know what I mean? Kind of cleaning his act up a little bit. Raps were still trash. No, actually, when you hear him on his features, he actually kind of makes sense. Kind of. With a capital K. Like, we heard him on Coloring Book for Chance's shit.
Yep.
You know, he actually kind of made sense. And I was listening to other features with him, and I'm like, on Kanye's shit, on highlights, even though he just did a little hook, I was like, okay, you kind of make sense with the melodies. Okay, I see where you're coming from, kind of. But you're still trash. So, Jeffery came out. Oh, yeah, I guess Leor Cohen, because he's like CEO of 300 Entertainment, he told Rap Radar that he's no longer called Young Thug. Call him, oh, my name is Jeffery. So this album that came out, yes, oh, my name is Jeffery. So for this album, he going by his government name, Jeffery. So he's in a dress and shit like that. I don't know why, because the other cover of the album actually makes sense of him like pointing at his yearbook. And I was like, that's dope. But I can understand why he picked that cover because, I don't know, it's for controversy. Controversy sells, you know. But he didn't have to fucking do that shit. But whatever. So the tracks of the album, if I can bring it up, is pretty much he named every track after somebody he looks up to. So there's like a song called Kanye West and hold up, let me look up this bullshit. Let me look up this bullshit. Yeah, Jeffery. Yeah, he has a song called Wyclef Jean. Another song called Floyd Mayweather that features Travis Scott. See, look at that bullshit. And let's see, Swizz Beats, and then Future Swag, Wee Wee, Guap, you know, all these other motherfuckers. So I don't know why, because motherfuckers really like this shit. So I went and listened to it. Let me just see, look at that cover. Does that cover make more sense?
It does.
Would you actually kind of listen to it? Nope. Yeah, of course you wouldn't. So I went and listened to the album, and when I was on the first track, Wyclef Jean, See, I would play the record, but I don't want JC smashing my phone, or my laptop. So I'm just gonna just.
You smart.
So Wyclef Jean, I was like, okay. First track, I was like, okay. Then the second track came on, and I was like, okay. Then it just kept going, and I was like, when it got to when I found myself like halfway on the fifth track on Riri, I was like, this is actually kind of tolerable. Like, what the fuck? I actually understand his lyrics. I understand his flow. He actually sounds like he's trying. And then when it got to track 7, I can't even pronounce that. How do you say this bullshit? Track 7.
He did not name a song after Harambe.
Yep, Harambe. Yes, he did.
So he looks up to...
Yeah. When I got to that, I was like, okay, he's trash again. And then after that, it kind of just became trash all over again. And when it got to track 8 and 9, it just became trash. But it's kind of surprising to me because I was going like, okay, I went halfway and I did not skip nothing. Now, and I was telling JC this, I was telling everyone, like, this is actually kind of good. Not good, but tolerable. And I told you, and you were just like, I was like, what's he saying? I was like, I just told you it's tolerable. I didn't say it was good. He ain't really rapping about nothing at all. He's still not rapping about nothing. So, and I just looked it up, and like his projected sales are saying he's going to sell over 37,000 copies in his opening week, which is not surprising because no one wants to buy an album with a dude wearing a dress. Unless your name is Elton John or something. But no. But no. Young Thug is not Elton John, and whatever. I can understand how everyone online is feeling like it's his best album or whatever. I still don't get it.
Why is it listed as a mixtape?
You see, I don't know, because I don't know what's the difference. They still clarifying that this is his mixtape. This is not his real album. His real album called High Tunes or whatever. That's
commercial mixtapes.
Yeah, I know.
Commercial mixtapes.
Anyway,
what in the hell is a commercial mixtape?
Blame Drake, dog. Blame Drake. So, yeah, when it comes to Jeffery, I don't care. I don't. Will I go back and listen to it? No. No. You know, if y'all like that boo-boo shit, y'all no different than Riley Freeman. So y'all can wear your little skirts and wear your freaking halter tops in honor of Young Thug because Young Thug said it's cool. But to me, nah. You just no. So I guess that's my little review for Jeffery. So.
I had absolutely no interest to listen to this.
I know you
coming
did.
Into it.
I know.
And after hearing your little spiel about this,
nah.
It's now determined. I hope he loses his voice completely.
No, he won't, because we got people bigging him up. Everyone online. See, there he is right there. I was like, oh, that's Rich Homie Quan. I was watching MTV BET Jams, and he just popped up. They do kind of look the same. But, yeah, Jeffery, whatever. I don't understand how people look into this nigga. I don't understand how they enjoy listening to gibberish rap. It boggles my mind. So, yeah, that's my little review of Jeffery. So, if we go back, if we still stay in music, fucking the VMAs were this past weekend. This Sunday.
I still don't understand why MTV has VMAs.
Because people still watch it, even though the ratings go down. It's still marketing. It's still WrestleMania. See, back then, you remember how the VMAs were actually kind of used to mean something? Like they
used to mean something.
They were like
used to mean something. Everybody showed up to the VMAs.
Dude, it was like the Oscars for music videos.
The last great VMAs was in 2003.
I say 2001. What was in 2003?
When Chris Rock hosted, and it was 50 Cent's. When he pretty much swept everything, and Eminem introduced himself as Do-Rag M.
Oh, Do-Rag M. And then when he cussed out Moby and shit.
No, that was 2002. 2003 was all kinds of dopeness.
He had the Do-Rag in 2002 when he cussed out Moby.
But this is when he really showed it.
When he became Gangsta M.
2003 was the last time I stayed up late.
To watch the VMAs?
Yes.
VMAs used to be this. They used to actually mean something. Like, this is back when music videos used to actually mean something. People, like, labels actually put budget in it. Just, they don't really care about a Grammy or nothing. They just want that MTV award. And they used to like send out ballots to the people in the industry so people could actually vote for them and shit like that. Like, the VMAs used to mean something. Now, because ratings are down and YouTube is out there, now people just vote. Like, fans have to vote for them and shit like that. So they had to get ratings somehow, some way. So for the past few years, first they got Justin Timberlake for his, I guess now the Michael Jackson video Vanguard is their cornerstone now. So first there was Timberlake, then it was Beyonce, then it was Kanye's Hoe Ass, we're going to talk about in a little bit. And then I guess this year was Rihanna. And Rihanna won she pretty much got their Special Achievement Award, the Michael Jackson Video Vanguard Award. It's well deserved, I guess, you know? And throughout the whole night, she was performing. She performed like 4 times, like a melody of her hit records and shit like that. It was a good concept just to keep her out there and singing. But there were times where she just couldn't sing at all, like at all.
Used to that.
You know, so you know, it was cool for what it was, and yeah, like the recording wise, it was cool. And as for the winners, it don't matter. Fans were voting for it. So, but I think the main thing that really just got everyone talking, in my opinion, I thought it was the most pettiest shit ever. It's like the day of the show, it was announced that Beyonce was going to perform. Beyonce just came out of this. This was a night dedicated for Rihanna. But Beyonce, because Beyonce was nominated for Video of the Year and shit like that. Mm-hmm. So, you know, no one thought Beyonce was going to show up, but, you know, she did. What the fuck are you watching? What the fuck is that? The Demon... Okay, is that David Otunga? Oh, he about to die. Anyway, yeah, JC just showing some shit. But anyway, what was I? Yeah, so Beyonce was coming out there and shit like that, right? So I'm thinking that Beyonce's just gonna perform probably just one song or something like that. Hell nah. This girl goes and performs a melody of her entire album, a 15-minute set of her entire album. She shut that shit down. And
of course she did.
But it was just, to me, I was like, this was supposed to be about Rihanna. How did Beyonce just take over the whole damn show?
And she's Beyonce.
And she kind of just used that just to remind everybody who the ruler is.
As she should.
Like, yeah, you might win this award, but I'm the queen of this motherfucker. I run this shit. And the performance, and she stayed for the show too, which was kind of funny.
When you told me this, I didn't tell you. The only way it could have been 100% better was if they were honoring Taylor Swift and she did that.
That would have been so petty.
That would have been dope.
That would have been so petty.
That would have been dope.
But Taylor Swift couldn't show up. You know why she couldn't show up?
Because Kanye was there.
That, and because her excuse was she had jury duty on a Sunday. Have you ever had jury duty on a Sunday? Yeah.
No comment. That's the first time I heard that.
Yeah, that was the reason why. That's what her reps were saying. Oh, I had jury duty, so she had to go over there. You know, please. Which I guess would lead right into Kanye, because they gave Kanye 4 minutes to do what he wanted, to do whatever he wanted.
Everybody was scared about that.
Yeah, they should have been. And he went out there and he just pretty much said nothing. He was just, Kanye was just being Kanye. He was just talking. I don't even remember what he said. He shouted out Amber Rose and he was talking about some stuff about what's going on in Chicago and how we should all come together or some crap like that. I don't know. He just said something. So then he introduced the Fade video, which featured Teyana Taylor, and she pretty much shut the internet down.
Classic. It
was a classic. Like, the first 30 seconds, I was watching like, oh, this is amazing. The whole video, it was on some, like, what's it called? What's that movie called? I'm a maniac, when she's dancing. Flashdance. Is it Flashdance? Mm-hmm. Okay, Flashdance. Yeah, it was this whole Flashdance where she's dancing in the gym and she's just, her thong is hitting her and her body just looks amazing. And the video was just, I was just like, oh, this is probably one of Kanye's best videos. Simple and to the point. And who else was in it? Her husband.
Shump the God.
Yeah. How do you say his name?
Iman Shumpert.
Iman Shumpert from the Cleveland Cavaliers. And now as a result of that video,
Cleveland going 3-peat.
Yeah, but, yeah, everything was cool about that video until the last 10 sequence.
Yeah.
The last 10 seconds, everything's all good because you see her making
Thundercats.
Oh! Nah. Last 10 seconds, she all of a sudden there's a big wide shot, and they're still in the gym, and you just see Shrump, and then you see Teyana Taylor looking like a cat with makeup on her face, and then just a whole bunch of sheep with the baby there. And I remember saw it. I was watching. I was like, "Oh, this is dope!" And it popped up. I'm like, "What the hell?" And it just ends. I'm like, What is this? This didn't make no sense. Kanye, why'd you do that? And then I was reading an interview with Teyana Taylor said, and she just goes and says, oh, he's like, oh yeah, Kanye just said that. He just put it there. There was no reason. There was no reason. He just did it. And I was like, I guess. And now women all around the country are trying to get in shape. Like Karina texted me saying, yeah, I was about to eat a whole peanut butter sandwich, but then I just got one piece of bread and just one peanut butter on it. I'm trying to get that body. So ladies, according to what Teyana Taylor said, how she got that body, all she did, she just danced. Every single day after she had that baby, she just danced.
Like a maniac on
you know, so let's see. So what else? So pretty much another thing that happened that day, well, when Rihanna, you gotta remember, this show was devoted to Rihanna. So after her last performance, you know, Drake showed up and... Hold up 1 second. Just getting myself situated. Drake didn't show up at all during the whole show until the final, I guess, award was presented for, you know, the Video Vanguard. Yes, in a tuxedo.
Wow.
He didn't win the award too. Oh yeah, that's forgot to mention. He won the best hip hop award for Hotline Bling.
Yeah, go figure.
Yeah,
Hotline Bling with no rap lyrics.
It was for best hip hop, and Diddy presented it too, which was kind of funny.
Did he smack him?
No, Diddy was up there because you didn't watch it. Diddy just pretty much presented the award. MTV tried to set him up. That's pretty much what happened because they know the whole history between him and Diddy. So Diddy was up there and he had the award in his hand and he was all going like, "Yeah, shout out to." He's like, "Yeah, Drake is still stuck in traffic, but yeah, if Drake wants this award, he has to holler at me." He said it with a smile on his face, but we all knew why. And also another reason why Drake didn't show up, he showed up late because Meek Mill was there too with Nicki. So, oh yeah, Nicki performed too with Ariana Grande, but that don't really matter. Nick Jonas performed and a few other people I didn't really care about, but yeah. So anyway, this is the main coup de grace of what happened. So Drake presented the award to Rihanna, and he goes and said, and he pretty much confesses his love to Rihanna on the stage and said, wow. I've been in love with this girl since I was 22 years old, and yeah, and yeah, I would like to present this award. She's my best friend, and just hella just saying some old simp stuff, and I was just like, really? Like I can understand there's a time and place to simp, but then and I think what made the internet go crazy was that when he pretty much from what it looked like from an angle, he tried to go in for a kiss, and then Rihanna kind of turned her head. From different angles, people saying, "Oh no, they did kiss," but it was on that friend zone type of kiss. And I don't know, Drake is in love because he's been putting up billboards devoted to her and just all types of stuff. So I don't know. He's just a simp. And it's just funny because I went on Twitter and I was talking about it. It's like, this is the same dude who just said last year was getting on Meek Mill for saying that he's starstruck that Nicki Minaj is his girlfriend. And then just 1 year later, you put up a billboard devoted to Rihanna and your crush, and you go on national television and say how much in love with her you are. Whatever, bruh.
It's different rules for Drake. I thought you knew that.
Well, of course it's different rules, but yeah, whatever, bruh.
After hearing that, man, that's more reason why that damn Drake and Gucci EP should never even reach the
exactly
light.
It should never happen.
You're gonna put a trap god with a simp, and y'all idiots are gonna eat it all up.
Of course they're gonna eat it up. And I mean, it's funny how you say everyone was eating it up for Rihanna, and when he was confessing his love for Rihanna, because they still feel they're together. This is why I kind of wish Karina and Ivana were here so they can put their little input on that. We'll probably talk about it next week. Like, we're going to talk about simping. when's it good to simp and when isn't it good?
Simping ain't easy.
Oh, man, all guys have simped at one point in their lives, man. But Drake is he puts his heart on his sleeve. I mean, he's a Scorpio. He's like me. I mean, but I know when to simp and when not to simp. But fuck, man, I don't know. I don't know. And speaking of Drake, he's been posting... what has he been doing? Posting billboards all around LA. There was like one billboard. Yeah.
What?
There was one billboard that had like that was kind of promoting the whole Kanye album. The Kanye and Drake had. It said Abu Dhabi is the new Calabasas or some shit like that, and it had like the OVO hour and the good music logo right next to each other. So, that got the internet going crazy. Then he had the Rihanna billboard, and then another one popped up that said top 5, right? And then this you're going to laugh at this next one. This next billboard that just got revealed yesterday, it said Views was actually pretty good.
Alright, whatever.
Because
whatever.
It's like, oh wow, so he has been looking at the reviews. It's like, oh, okay. So the album is getting rack reviews. And it's funny because, he said it's his most successful album. Like, it's breaking all these records on the charts and shit, but
it's his weakest album since his debut.
It's his weakest album since Thank Me Later, sadly. So, y'all can keep saying what you want, but yeah. Let's see, what else happened? And Christopher Brown, man. This nigga just does not know how to stay out of trouble. He's been doing good for the past, several months? Nothing happened? Or whatever?
Until I know the whole story.
Well, we might as well just state what the story was. Pretty much what happened is some white chick got invited into his house, somehow, some way, and she said that she had some jewelry, was admiring some jewelry in the house, and then one of Chris Brown's people, or Chris Brown himself, pointed a gun at her head, as she claims, and she ran out the house and called 911. And then a whole fucking SWAT team showed up to Chris Brown's house, and he was quote unquote barricaded in his house, in his big ass mansion. And Chris Brown was on Instagram and social media pretty much talking shit to him, saying, I was asleep all day, I was asleep all night, and I wake up and the cops are at my house. A SWAT team, big ass SWAT team, they're waiting for him. I'm like, damn, a fucking SWAT team? God damn, they really want this nigga to fuck up. But at the end of the day, I think Chris Brown just needs to watch who his friends are. And not only that, they said, like, fucking Chris Brown threw out a fucking duffel bag that had 2 loaded guns and some drugs in it, and he yelled, come get me, motherfuckers. that's what the cops are saying. And then the girl's going on TMZ and saying her stories, but I still feel it's kind of just weird. Why the fuck would you go to TMZ and not the fucking police?
Yeah, let's discuss that. Let's discuss the fact that, not saying it didn't happen, but until there's confirmation that happened and we see that bag on footage, not them presenting a bag that they could find out of Target, sounds mighty suspicious in terms of just sprinkling crack on a dead body.
Sprinkle some crack on them.
Yeah. Second of all, you hit it right there. So you go to TMZ, not authorities.
And then go on in social media too.
Third, you've been trying to get a warrant for this man since 3 a.m. and you can't get it for some reason. Knowing his history. And you can't get it, but you're barricaded. He's barricaded in a mansion. Do you know what a barricade is?
Yeah, and he has a big ass mansion in his house. He said, "How you gonna barricade me, bro? You see how big this house is? I'm gonna barricade myself in here."
Fourth, did you see Nick Young's video in response to it?
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty funny. That petty ass. You gotta get out of here, bro.
You tell Gilbert Arenas done rubbed off on him.
You gotta get out of here, bro.
He said they only allow 5 of us. He goes, maybe 1 after this incident.
Shit, man. I mean,
man, look.
No, Chris Brown ain't. But the second hand of this shit is Chris Brown needs to watch his friends. And it's just not surprising. Every little incident that comes out about his black ass, am I surprised? Hell no, because he always gets himself in these situations. So, whatever. And they need to stop comparing his black ass to Michael. I remember, you should have saw the look on my face when Ivana told me a few weeks ago. Like, oh, he's compared to Michael Jackson. No, he is not Michael. He will never be Michael. He might dance like him. He might kind of do songs kind of like him. I think, in my opinion, before the beating, like BB, before the beating of Rihanna, he was on his way to becoming like Michael in a way. Because he's very, very versatile. He can rap. He can dance, he can sing, he could do the EDM shit if he wants to, he could do the pop songs if he wants to. He could do it all. He does really good music videos when he wants to. He puts on great performances. Like, he was really on his way. And then he just had to beat Rihanna's ass. And then ever since then, nothing was the same. Nothing was the same. Not even a Michael Jackson tribute could say that shit.
I will say this, though. Even back then, in 2009, when he released the trash album,
Fame? Or
no,
Fortune?
2009 was the
Transformers, but what was that album called?
Yeah,
what was it called?
Graffiti album.
Yeah, Graffiti, yeah.
When he dropped that, I was like, he went about this all wrong. He should have stayed silent in 2009.
And his return should have been the Michael Jackson shit.
No, his return should have been just embrace the bad boy image, because that's what they're going to paint you as.
Yeah.
Now, his first mistake was dropping Graffiti on there because he tried to do these love ballads and was like, come on, dog.
It's not you.
We can't do this right now. Like, it was you, but this is not the image. and he's wised up. I wouldn't say he wised up by teaming with Thugga, but he wised up in getting a rapper association. Mm-hmm. They did the fan of a fan tape, and then he pretty much switched his demeanor, which was, if you want to paint me as the bad boy, I'm going to do it. Now, I'm not saying that I agreed with what he did with Rihanna. I'm just saying if that's the picture they're going to paint you as, and you still want to make it in this industry, why run from it?
Fuck it. So,
and he made a killing off of it. You notice that, people really only bring that up to
piss him off.
Yeah, joke and downplay. They don't. That's not what he's known for.
Because he does drops. He still drops.
At this point in the game, the way I look at it, Chris Brown is no longer a feature. He just comes with the production. Like when you get a Chris Brown vocals on a track, you know what's going to be on Billboard.
The Life of Pablo. Like the way I don't know why Kanye isn't pushing Waves, because as soon as I heard that Chris Brown vocals, I'm like, oh, this is a hit. I don't know why he isn't pushing this.
Yeah.
So, Chris Brown is very, very multi-talented, but I call him the Anakin Skywalker of music because you just know this isn't going to end well. he has so much potential, has all these powers, but at the end of the day, you know what the ending's going to be.
Speaking of that analogy, did you hear about the Star Wars Episode 8 supposed plot twist?
What is it? I don't know.
Do you want to know? Because it's very interesting if it's true.
Might as well tell me.
That Snoke is Anakin's father.
Oh, yeah, I've been heard that.
I just found that out. And I was like, ooh, I like that.
Oh, I've been heard that.
I like that angle.
I've been heard that.
But this is actually... what we heard last year was just like ideas being thrown out. They're actually talking about this was from actual like script lines.
Well,
so I don't know how true it is, but if it is, I mean, it follows what they've been doing with the film since 4 and 7 were kind of mirrors of each other, just different time frame. It would match that.
Yeah, I guess. Speaking of films, I saw that movie Don't Breathe. You heard about that movie?
What was that one again?
It's about that blind. It's about those teens that break into that house and there's this blind guy. Yeah. That shit was actually pretty good. You should go see that shit.
Whatever.
No, it's not whatever. It's pretty. I thought the same shit watching it, but it was really good. Really good, really suspenseful.
Moral of the story is don't think you can get over on somebody.
Whether they're blind or not. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
That's what I don't, man.
She got away with it in the end, though. But
that's something I definitely didn't want to see.
But it is a good movie. I can tell you that right now. It's a good movie.
I don't doubt it. Probably has some good plots, but to me, that's just you telling me she got away with it?
No, but you just gotta watch it. It's one of the movies you just gotta watch. Nah. And let's see what else happened. And yesterday, well, it's Tuesday when we're recording this, but this week would have been Michael Jackson's 59th birthday. 58. He would have been 58. My bad.
Rest in peace.
No.
Happy birthday.
He would have been. What the hell? No. And yeah, he would have been 58. And it's kind of crazy still to think that we are in a world where Michael Jackson is gone.
Not to me.
But
I've accepted that.
I've kind of slowly started accepting it. Maybe I'll accept it if I watch the This Is It movie again. Maybe. I have the DVD. I only watched it twice. I only watched it in the movie theater like a dumbass, and then I was so hyped up when it came out on DVD. I'm like, I'm gonna get this, and I bought it. And then I was watching it, and then the more I watched it, and I was looking at the special features, I was like, this is wrong. This is really fucking wrong because he's just rehearsing. And it's kind of haunting just to know that they released this shit like what, 2-3 months after he died and shit. And it was just like, this is fucked up. And I was thinking about it. Like, if he was still alive right now, what do you think would have happened? And I could already answer that question. He would still be in debt. He would still be getting sued. He probably wouldn't have did all those concerts because there was 50 shows. He would have not did those concerts.
I feel like that would have been his last show.
It was supposed to be. He was calling it This Is It for a reason. It was going to be his last shows, but he probably wouldn't have did all 50 of those motherfuckers. He was...
I remember when that show got announced, they was sold out in like...
seconds!
Yeah.
Seconds! Minutes! You know?
All the shows. And these were shows at like stadiums.
It was going to be at the O2 Arena. That was the only place it was going to be at in London.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, it was going to be at the O2 Arena. That was the only time he was going to show up. And it was like, oh my God. And then, something happened. Just a little tiny thing happened, He did.
He
did, and it's still kind of crazy. It's still crazy. I was saying he would still be in debt. If he was alive right now, he still would be in debt. He'd still be having lawsuits. He'd still be recording music that probably will never come out. He'll be praising a lot of the artists that's out right now, like the Kendricks, and maybe the Drakes and the J. Coles and Biebers and shit. What else would have happened? He probably still have a bunch of plastic surgery because he'd be 58. And shit. You saw how he looked when he was 50. And I love Michael, man, but man, he would have looked a hot mess. Yeah. And people still be making fun of him. They still be saying he's a child molester, but, you know, and a very messed up way, Michael had to go. As fucked up as it is, you know.
I don't want to say he
didn't have to go, just, but like, it just, you know, he was still...
It was his time.
It was his time to go, you know, and I've been listening to a lot.
And the world didn't, let's call it what it is. The world didn't appreciate him. They didn't
appreciate him. They still, they did not appreciate him. I will never forget that shit. They never appreciated Michael when he was alive. Well, no. They appreciated him from the 80s to the mid-90s, but when them accusations came out, it was a wrap. And I saw this little shit, like someone said online, like, if he wouldn't get the same hate Beyonce be getting. I was like, no, it would have been worse. When them accusations came out, Twitter would have destroyed him. Yeah. No, even if it came out that he was innocent, Twitter would have made up its mind and they would have destroyed him, bruh. And whatever. Like, I don't want to dwell on that. I just want to kind of dwell on his legacy and how he's the great one. And let's just lead into this discussion. Besides Thriller and Off the Wall and Bad.
So you take away the trifecta.
The trifecta. What was his best album from Dangerous to Invincible?
Seriously?
Yes.
He only had 3.
Oh, so you don't care about Dangerous or History? Or
Dangerous, History, and Invincible.
Blood on the Dance Floor. You never heard of Blood on the Dance Floor? You ain't a Michael fan, nigga. It was Dangerous, History, Blood on the Dance Floor, and then it was Invincible. Whatever. So which one do you prefer? Which one was your favorite out of those? And
Dangerous, because that was the most playable one out of those.
Okay, you got a point there.
I was like, you're not giving me much to work with.
Okay, so if we want to add the trifecta, which one?
I'm more of a Bad.
Really?
I'm more of a Bad. Bad has my favorite Michael song of all time.
Which one?
Man in the Mirror.
Oh, of course. Yeah, you're the first person to ever pick Bad over Thriller and Off the Wall, huh?
Thriller is the bona fide one. Like, that's, of course. To me, Thriller's like when an athlete first wins the title. Like, you think of everything that led up to that point.
Because Off the Wall is just dope to me. But when you know the history behind it.
Yeah, and then you see what took place and how, like, just thinking of like an athlete having their career year in that run.
Yeah.
And it ends with a title.
Yes.
That's what Thriller is. Bad to me is you have nothing to prove. You don't need to do anything. You've already solidified yourself. And he came back and was like, "Oh, really? Watch this.
Watch this, motherfucker." Boom.
Your buddy's mine.
Pause.
and it you know, it just
the tour was.
It went from there.
You know, to me, yeah, man. What do I have to choose? Well, Bad has to be number 3. It's a solid number 3 compared to Thriller and Off the Wall. It's like, shit.
Off the Wall loses steam for me midway through.
How? Midway through, huh?
Like, it's just bouncing from the first 4 to 5 tracks, and then it kind of just loses a little steam.
And then it picks back up in the end when Burn This Disco out.
Bad's more of a...
9 songs. It's like 10 songs, actually.
Yeah, but the way it starts, how it transitions to the middle ground, and then how it flows out.
I kind of love when people do the whole debates about what's better, Thriller or Off the Wall, and it's kind of like hard. People love, like, mainly, like, a lot of black folks really do feel that Off the Wall is better than Thriller. But then when you think about Thriller, when you think about those 9 songs that came out, those 9 songs, Wanna Be Starting Something, Baby Be Mine, which is very underrated. The only reason why it's underrated is because he didn't push it. Baby Be Mine, The Girl Is Mine, Beat It, Thriller, Billie Jean, PYT, Human Nature, and The Lady in My Life. 9 songs. Those were 9 songs, bruh. And they're all hits. You can't sit back and tell me those
artists
are
these days won't even get one of those on their records.
Dude, and you can't just sit back and just say
9 on one album.
9.
Those are the records where, you know, you look over an artist's career that maybe expands 15 to 20 years, and if you get 4 or 5 of those, you call his or her career successful.
For real.
He had those on one album.
One year. Album. And when you listen to his greatest hits, damn near all those songs are on his greatest hits. That's
like the whole Thriller is on there. Might as well be calling
the Thriller and everything else.
Yeah. You might as well make it a double disc. One is the repackage of Thriller and then everything else that comes with it.
Of course. So, okay, what do you feel is his best video?
Man, do you remember?
Remember the time?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
it's the only depiction.
Yeah, I pointed that out on Twitter.
Is the only. Yeah. Oh, you did. That's right. I remember that.
Uh-huh.
It is the only depiction
of black people as pharaohs.
Yeah.
Yep.
Only one to date.
As royalty.
Mind you, we say this in 2016, where we just months ago we had a film about Kings of Egypt or whatever that film was called.
A whole bunch of white folks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2016.
With me, I have his whole damn collection, and it changes. Like, it could go from, the Thriller video to Beat It to Bad. But if I could think of just one video that just really just like, that's Michael Jackson, that's who the fuck he is, I would say Jam with Michael Jordan. Because it just kind of you saw his moves, you saw Heavy D. That was the first rap I ever memorized. Heavy D. Jam, jam, here comes the man, hot damn. The big boy stands, moving up a hand, making fucking tracks for my man Michael Jackson. Smooth criminal, that's the mega mic, so relax. Mingle, jingle on the jungle. Bum wants the door, 3 and 4s in the bundle. Execute the fan, get them cool.
Peace, Heavy D.
Cool like a fan. Got a Janet David guy, but Michael, because it ain't hard to jam. Like,
Heavy D's so underrated, man.
He
like,
is.
You know, the thing is like, you really have to be a hip hop head to first of all even know who Heavy D is.
You feel me?
And then you have to be a severe diseased hip hop head to give him his props. Like that's sad to me, man.
Yeah.
Heavy D deserves so much, especially when you factor in his contribution to In Living Color.
Yep.
That's sad, dog. That's sad, man.
But who else did Michael work? What rappers that worked? He worked. Oh, he also worked with Biggie on This Time Around. Biggie. Yeah. I always felt that on the History album. I always felt They Don't Care About Us should have featured Tupac.
Interesting.
But Pac was locked up. and then I was really thinking about it. If Pac was free, Michael Jackson would have been the only artist to have Pac and Biggie on the same album when they still had beef. Separate tracks. But that would have been some shit. I
mean, it's crazy to think Bone Thugs are the only ones who have recorded with Easy, Pac, and Big.
Too Short recorded with damn near everybody.
Yeah. I don't think he recorded with Easy, though.
Well, you never know. Let's see, what else? Okay, so we talked about his best album. What was your least favorite Michael?
History.
You did not know. Same here. History.
Well, because it was packaged. How it was packaged,
it was double album.
But the first one was all like the
his greatest hits. There was a point to it. Then the other one was just, it was his most darkest album.
So you're coming off a high, like, oh yeah, and then you go into it and you're like,
what the fuck is this?
Like you said, it was his darkest album, so it deserved to stand alone.
It was
because
to me,
you're going through all these happy records. And all these fun records.
Especially how it was organized in sequence.
And then you go into this dark record, which
because after Heal the World, it was just like, you feeling hell. It was like at its peak. Yeah. And then you go right into Scream. And it's like, what the and then They Don't Care About Us. And then fucking...
It's a very dark record. I could appreciate it because I enjoy dark records because I feel like artists really give you who they are.
Mm-hmm.
So don't get me wrong, I enjoyed it. It was just how it was done, and then kind of the format of some of the songs in it. It
was filler. It was his most filler album.
Yeah,
it was his most because.
And we won't even talk about Invincible.
No, Invincible's dope. Don't hate on Invincible. Do not hate on Invincible. Invincible is dope. Blame Sony for not pushing it.
We're not going to do that.
Back to History. Like the opening tracks, it goes from Scream, They Don't Care About Us, This Time Around with Biggie, and then Earth Song, which I feel was like. I consider Earth Song better compared to Heal the World. I do not like Heal the World. Heal the World is my least favorite Michael song ever. I know the importance of it. If you Michael fans are listening to it, I know the importance of it. But it was his favorite song that he ever wrote. He felt, but Earth Song, that was environmental church, especially that second half when he just go, "What about yesterday?" The choir and the epicness of it and shit, especially the video. It was just like. Yeah, I prefer that song over Heal the World because it got the point across better. It makes me want to just pick up the trash off the ground like, damn, okay. Hey, Michael, shit.
Yep.
But Heal the World's like my least favorite. Earth Song's better. But yeah. But you don't like Invincible. Why don't you like Invincible?
Way too much filler.
Really?
Way too much filler.
Okay. Well, you like Unbreakable with Biggie?
It was alright.
You Rock My World?
Of course.
Butterflies?
Butterflies, of course.
Okay. Break of Dawn? Heaven Can Wait? Whatever Happens with Santana? That shit was... That was hard, bruh.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was just. I turn into Randy Jackson. It's just a no for me. Dog.
It's just a no for me, dog.
I'm just gonna say it's a no for me, dog.
It's just a no for me, dog.
But I mean, at that point, Michael really don't owe me nothing. Like me saying I don't like that album. At that point, I'm just like,
you already gave me enough.
Like you own the Hall of Fame. So like you just gave me this record. It's kind of like,
I think he did Invincible just to prove that himself and everyone. I still got it. You know,
I mean, the video for
Rock My World was dope. Yeah, smoke. And I was watching that the other day. I was like, motherfucker, that's Smokey. Yeah. Dancing with Michael Jackson.
Kicking with the wrong damn leg still.
Whatever. He's just a lefty. But yeah, like Michael is still the shit. And it's just still crazy to me how even now white media is trying to take that King of Pop crown and give it to somebody else. First it was Justin Timberlake. Then it was Taylor Swift. Then it was The Weeknd. Then it was Bieber. Make up your damn mind. You don't... No, when Michael Jackson died, when he died the King of Pop.
He took the crown.
He took the crown. No one's ever going to take that. Even I remember when they were calling Timberlake the King of Pop. He had, every time they kept trying to call him that, he just winced. When he won that Video Vanguard, he just was like, oh, don't call me that. Please don't call me that. Y'all just begged me to come here. Don't call me that.
Hey, y'all say it again. Begged me to come here.
You don't beg me to come here. Like, I know. You know, like do you really want to be called the King of Pop? Because Michael Jackson at one point was the most popular guy in the world, Craig.
Yep.
In the world.
People need to understand this. Michael did not stay at hotels.
He stayed in mansions.
Stayed in mansions and palaces.
He was a king.
Kingdoms.
He was a king, bruh. You know, but speaking of a king, they always had a prince. And, you know, there was always his enemy, Prince. Michael and Prince... like remember you when you sent me that snap of you and your mom dancing to Prince,
yep.
And I because I was listening to Michael, so I was petty and went Michael's better, and you said like, Prince is pettier.
Yep.
If you know, man, this reading stories after Prince died about him and Michael's feud is just classic. Hilarious.
You read those stories and you get so fed up that Comedy Central really was playing Dave Chappelle, because if Chappelle's show was still going on,
they would have found out about them stories. oh my God, they sounded like Chappelle stories.
They did.
No, I'm gonna tell this story, even though y'all read it, about how Michael and will.i.am went to a Prince concert and Prince found out that Michael was there. So, you know, he was all cool. So, you know, Prince would always just go out in the crowd and had the guitar. So he knew where Michael was at. And Michael was in disguise because, you know, he didn't want people to know who he was. But Prince knew who he was. So he goes up there with the bass guitar and he just goes up there and just starts jamming in his face. Just hella hitting.
Oh, he's jamming in his face. He pretty much got his nuts in his face.
Put his nuts in his face pretty much. You know. And, you know, he just did it for the crowd. And everyone's like, oh, wow, that's amazing. He goes back up on stage. And then, you know, Michael didn't say nothing. So then the next day, will.i.am and Michael just having breakfast. And then they're talking about the concert. And will.i.am tried not to bring it up. And then Michael's like, why do you think he did that, Will? No. Why do you think he did that, Will?
He's a big meanie.
He did that. He's like, he's always been a big meanie to me. Every time he's been doing this, everyone tries to downplay me, call me the dancing man. He's a singing man. I wrote Real the World, you know. He's just a big meanie. And when I thought that shit, I thought they were making that up. And when I heard he's just a big meanie, I was like, that does sound like some shit Michael would say. That's some shit that Prince would do.
Yep.
Like I bet you when Michael found out that Prince got into heaven, he was like, oh shit. Hello, Michael. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be something if he was on stage performing and then out of from the left he just comes. It just turns purple and he just
walks,
floats across the stage.
And he just looks, he plays his guitar and he looks, hello Michael. Hello, Michael. Oh.
What are you doing here, Prince, you big meanie?
He was like, you let him here? He just, we're going to be here for our eternity. But, yeah, shout out, you know, rest in peace, Michael, rest in peace to Prince. This is what
it sounds like when the glove cries.
Just drops the glove on the ground. I've always had this fantasy. When I was watching This Is It, there was this one part in there when Michael was doing Beat It, and they was just going all crazy and smashing the guitar, and like the last shot was him just burning the jacket. I was like, wouldn't that be some shit if Prince goes out there with his guitar and he just smashes it, and there's just like one big ass Jay-Z Nas with Michael Jackson and Prince on the same stage? Shit, man.
Dope.
It would have been dope. But like I said, rest in peace, Michael. Rest in peace, Prince. Also, rest in peace to Gene Wilder, Willy Wonka. He was also Richard Pryor's right-hand man in all those movies, so he was 82 years old, so rest in peace to him.
I thought he was 83.
Whatever, he was in his 80s. Rest in peace to Willy Wonka.
I wasn't really the biggest fan of him, but rest in peace. I'm not one of those guys where if I'm not a fan, like I just portray it on social media like, oh my god, my day's devastated.
I wasn't really a Willy Wonka fan like that either. But the best line from Willy Wonka that I'll never forget, I always use it, is when he goes, "Oh, there, crystal clear. He says that you lose. Good day, sir," and turns his back. I'm like, yeah, we might just use this at the end. I don't know, maybe not. I don't know. But we've been doing this for an hour. Yeah, so I guess this is episode.
We still got some more.
Well, what else we got?
Music coming up. We got sports. What you doing?
Oh, what's Isaiah Rashad's coming up?
Thank you.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that nigga.
Yeah.
Go on. What else going on in sports?
Well, a lot's going on in sports right now, especially after today.
What happened?
Teddy Bridgewater then tore his ACL.
Oh, womp womp. I didn't really care about the Vikings.
In a non-contact practice.
Sounds like some shit that happened on Ballers.
It does. It does, doesn't it? Makes you think, huh? Yeah, so the reports were all of a sudden he just went down, and then a later report said that it looked like his knee was dangling from the, like...
What was he doing?
I don't know. We'll find out more. They said they knew it was bad when the players all just dropped to the ground and started praying.
Oh, shit.
And they canceled practice.
Of course.
Like, it was that bad. Prayers up to him. You never want to hear about an athlete
going down. That is fucked up.
With that being said, hi, Harrison. You Vikings, some of my bitch you. Hi, how's it going, man? Yeah, that prophecy looking real good this year now, huh? Yeah, sucker. Yeah, you jumped Laker gang to join Pacer gang way back when, and then all of a sudden you jumped that ship to join the Warriors, and you had your little fun in 2015, and you thought you was going to have that kind of fun again in 2016.
You thought! You thought!
But you lost, and you lost again. Take that L, homie.
Damn, well, who's their backup?
It might be Colin Kaepernick at this point.
I don't think Niners going to trade him. They better not let him go trade him more. They're going to get They're going to get hella backlash for that. Hey, no, if I was Jed York, well,
if you were Jed York, you'd do a lot of things different. But proceed.
If I was Jed York, why did I even say that?
Oh, yeah.
Just slap myself now.
Wow. That's okay,
I just slapped myself. I just cursed at myself.
Cool.
Nah, Niners better not do that, or else they're going to get a hella backlash. But who's their backup for real, though? Isn't it Sean Hill? Oh, shit. You better make them calls.
Yeah.
Oh, who else? Oh, call, what's his name? Call Johnny Football.
Maybe call Michael Vick.
Shit, that nigga old as fuck. He washed.
Maybe he's still better than Teddy Bridgewater, what he can offer right now.
I heard Kaepernick, his ratings hella down on Madden, like a 74 or some shit like that.
Maybe, I don't know.
My homeboy said that his speed is like 89 now. That's like they made him to the Donovan McNabb. Ain't that some bullshit?
So there was that. The Chargers finally signed their rookie Joey Bosa after that seemed like forever he held out.
How long did he hold out?
Till yesterday.
How much they pay him?
They gave him, it was a $21 or $22 million contract with.
Is that what he was asking for?
Well, to be honest, I didn't pay attention to the full details of it. I just knew he didn't want to be in San Diego, so he was pretty much holding out for as much money as he could.
So this is like his last year. How many years?
Nah, he's a rookie. He was the 3rd overall pick,
and he didn't want to go to San Diego. Where do you want to go?
Anywhere but San Diego.
What's wrong with San Diego? Oh yeah, I forgot you were Raiders. My bad.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. I don't know.
Chargers ain't that bad. You can't.
Well, I mean, it's not the first time they've had this situation.
Yeah, Eli Manning. Yep.
No, they had LaDainian Tomlinson too.
Damn.
They had a couple other players throughout the last.
Man, that sucks for LaDainian Tomlinson. He was there for how long was he there with the Chargers? His whole career, right?
Nope. He went to the Jets.
Oh, and that's where he retired.
Remember? That's when they did Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah. Then he got injured and died. Well, not died. Not died, but
he crossed over to NFL Network. So yeah, so he finally got the deal done, but apparently all of his contract is guaranteed. Okay. It's not bad.
I'll
take that. What else has been popping off in sports? Everybody just getting ready for the season at this point.
Is this week 4 coming up or week 3?
It's technically week 5 because of the Hall of Fame game that should have taken place.
So this is week 4 coming up. So it's the last one before
preseason, yeah.
Oh, oh shit, then football's back, and then I'm gonna be angry, and then
I have Labor Day weekend off, the whole weekend off.
Oh well, look
nice.
at you.
I'm going down to LA.
Oh yeah, oh shit. Are you gonna check out the Ram shit? See if you can get on Hard Knocks?
No, I don't care about that.
No, you should. You should check. You should go to Vegas.
Nah,
you should. You know, it might be your new home.
Oh. There you go. Yeah, that's
that's why I led into it. Smart at one.
That's another thing that happened. The plans for the stadium in Las Vegas were revealed for the Raiders. So we'll see what. Now I have to deal with 4 to 6 months of. So is it true? Is it true? Are you guys going? And I have to do some more messages where it's I don't know. I won't know until January.
That stadium, that whole concept of the stadium looks dope. All I care about, if they go to Vegas, all I care about is WrestleMania going to be over there. So I will be in Vegas for WrestleMania if y'all make that stadium. But until then,
it does look nice.
But until then, Oakland needs to put some money out and take down some ghettos and shit and make their stadium so WrestleMania could go to Oakland. Damn, that'll be some shit. WrestleMania in Oakland.
That would be some stuff, man.
Wrestling, fucking Raw and SmackDown gonna be in the Bay.
Oh, Raw.
Oh, you want to talk about wrestling now?
Raw.
Ain't that some
I don't want to talk
shit.
about the whole Raw. I just want to talk about the final match.
I thought there was gonna be some baggers at the baggers corner. Oh shit!
I just want to talk about the final match. I have not been excited for the following week of a Raw in so long.
Shout out to Kevin Owens.
Shout out to you, Kevin Owens. Congratulations from NXT to Universal.
Actually, from Ring of Honor
to Universal Bhampion.
That Bhampion shit.
That red belt. You are not champion. You are Bhampion.
Bhampion, bruh. What a blood.
But Triple H,
that dude came out in a suit and pedigreed.
Triple H has never failed me.
Yeah, well,
he's never failed me.
Yeah, I watched wrestling a long time. He's failed me a few times.
Well, so I'm sorry to hear that. That means I picked the right time to discontinue watching and then come back.
You really have.
Because since he took over DX,
you know what you need to do? Watch WrestleMania 18. Well, because you're watching the WWE Network right now.
Yeah,
I want you to go to 2013 and watch his feud with Booker T. That led into WrestleMania 18, and then tell me if Triple H ever failed you.
Well, thank you for telling me that because I won't watch that and tarnish his legacy in my mind.
Tarnish his legacy.
Thank you ahead of a time.
Damn near a racist. The two.
Thank you ahead of time.
Just letting you know.
Yeah, well, talking about wrestling. Talking about wrestling.
Well, go on. Go talk about
he. First of all, I want to say this. I don't think many people understand, but they will comprehend. To me, Triple H is the Jay-Z of wrestling.
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah, he is. I would think that Rock is too, but yeah, he is.
So he pops out of nowhere and just snatches Roman Reigns. Says, "Remember me, sucker?"
No. He came out of nowhere in a suit and pedigreed him outside in a purple suit like a pimp.
And I jumped up off the bed like, yes, because at the time I was like, but then it hit me. I was like, oh no.
That whole match was fire though.
It was. Shout out to Big Kaz. He held his own.
Big Kaz held his own though.
Man, boots everywhere.
Yeah, he was.
Boots to the chin. I haven't seen that many chins since Shawn Michaels was in a ring. And then it dawned on me, I was like, oh man, Seth Rollins about to win. And he went up to Kevin Owens, grabbed him, and I was like, here it comes. Oh no. And then he threw him back and went over and grabbed Seth Rollins, put that man down, and just stared at Kevin Owens and then gave him the nod.
Pin him, nigga.
Pedigree, like, don't you steal my move again, little homie.
Little nigga. Don't you ever do this shit.
And then Kevin Owens had the perfect response. He's just staring.
He's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Are you serious?
Okay, here, I'll pin you. All right,
he had that look on his disbelief, like, is this really happening? Is this you giving me this? For sure. Yeah. For sure. Like when the reference counted to 1, 2, 3, he's like, for sure. Holy shit, I won. Holy shit. Oh.
And the funniest thing about it was Triple H, when he went out and he snatched the belt from Mick Foley.
Give me this shit, nigga.
He looked at him and said, I'll still beat your ass like it's 2000, and then turned and walked back in the ring. That was funny.
And then looked at
and then walked out and looked at his wife and was like,
you know what time it is.
Have my dinner ready when you get back to the hotel.
Have my dinner ready on the plane, bitch. Yeah, that whole
that was dope. I like that.
Yeah, shout out to Bayley, San Jose's very
Shout out to Bayley. I hope she joins New Day. I hope they write something where she's closely affiliated. If she's not a New Day member, she's an honorary.
She's an honorary New
Day member.
Yeah, shout out to Sasha. Hope she gets better. Yeah, that's wrestling. You actually talking wrestling. Ain't that some shit?
Yeah.
Wow, Bagger's Corner.
You have to appreciate when WWE gets it right, because Lord knows they done got it wrong for so long.
Oh, they probably still can fuck up. Don't be surprised.
Oh, they can, but last night they got it right.
Oh, they're fucking
up. And I'm
up.
excited for next Monday.
Oh, they're gonna probably fuck it up again.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Oh, should we tell that story and just change names? Change the name?
Not tonight.
Dude, we still got some time. I kind of want to tell that story. Just change the name.
Not tonight. That's one of the special episodes.
This is a special episode.
No,
this is 8.5.
Yeah, 8.5. This is technically an episode that shouldn't exist.
Well, we have to give the people something.
Yeah, which means it should have been 9, but we were held up.
We were held up, so hopefully y'all females get it together.
Because if y'all not here next week, it's episode
9. Straight up. So, yeah. That's episode 8.5. Oh, this is episode 8.5. So, for Ivana, hope you get better. Karina, bring your ass next week. And we'll see y'all next week.
Peace.
Ooh.